What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here for another Predict the Prem for you guys. Just a reminder of how the scoring works between me and my brother. It's 5 points for a correct scoreline, 1 point for a correct result. Simeon is... Ooh, what's going on with you in this competition so far?
Look, there's been a lot of toing and froing. I was in the lead, you were in the lead. Now you're in the lead by a lot. But look, there's a lot of games left to play. Got midweek games as well this coming week, so it's all to play for, mate. I'm not worried.
You're still backing yourself, yeah?
Of course. I always back myself.
All right.
Always.
We've got a big game of Premier League this weekend, 10 games to get through, and then obviously we've got a lot of games to get through next week, midweek as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start off with Leicester against Newcastle. What have you gone for?
Yeah, Friday night game. I've gone for Leicester to win 2-0.
Leicester to win 2-0. I've gone for the exact same scoreline.
Classic. Of course you have. I just think listening to Steve Bruce in his pre-match comment saying Newcastle are currently running on empty. And they're
is that what he said? He's saying that. Then
Steve Bruce said that. He said they're struggling at the moment, and because all the COVID stuff, a few of the players, I think, say Maximum and a few other players had long COVID and stuff and suffered quite a bit. So it feels, and also they had a pretty disappointing performance, I thought, against Arsenal last week in a much changed Arsenal side. So I feel like their good form might be coming to an end in this one, and they might also see a bit of a cushion between them and the bottom three, and think they might be safe anyway now. So I don't think they're going to be as up for this game as they have been in previous weeks. And Leicester, they know they need to start getting wins again, because the run in the last 3 games really tough. So they must win this game.
Exactly, it's their easiest game left of the season. This one,
they have to.
So
even if they do win this, they're not out of the woods though.
I agree. It's a must-win game for Leicester. Like you said, Newcastle, I think they're safe now, and I think. Like Steve Bruce, they're running on empty, so it even could be more than 2-0. If I heard that Bruce comment before I made these predictions, I probably would have gone more than 2-0, to be fair.
Look, I think they'll still put up a fight, but I just don't think they'll have the legs. I feel like they're going to struggle. And
Iniacho is just on fire at the moment. Yeah,
but if we're within touching distance of Leicester when we play them, that's the main thing. And even if they win that, if we keep pace with them, we might be in touching distance if they fail to beat Chelsea and Man United.
All right. Leeds against Tottenham at Ellen Road. I have gone for 3-1 to Tottenham.
3-1. I've gone for 3-2.
3-2?
3-2. I've gone for a lot of goals, exactly. I think it's going to be end-to-end, kind of both teams going hell for leather in this one. And I'm backing Spurs to edge it, but I think Leeds will come and get a couple goals.
Yeah, I think that when we played them back in the beginning of the season at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, we just absolutely wiped the floor with them, didn't we?
Yeah.
They played exactly into the way Jose Mourinho wanted to play, and I think the tactics worked to charm that game. It really did. This one will be a bit different. I think we'll be a bit more on the front foot. We've definitely got the players to hurt them, and you never know what Leeds are going to turn up, do you, on the day? So I'm going to go 3-1. I think Leeds... They're a bit hot and cold. They really are, and they've had a couple of bad results.
That's the thing. That's what worries me.
I mean,
that's what worries me. Past couple of weeks have been cold, so
they
might be hot in this one.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But I back us to get the 3 points, because we need the points a lot more than them. We really do.
I hope so. So yeah.
But look, let's move on to Sheffield United Palace. What have you gone for?
1-0 Palace.
1-0 Palace. I've gone for 1-0 Palace.
1-0 Palace as well. There you go.
Well, the more times we predict the same scoreline, the less chances you have of overtaking me. So I'll take it.
Great. I'm going to change it then. No, I'm joking. But yeah, not both teams not much to play for. Sheffield United already down. I know they beat Brighton not so long ago, but I think Palace should win it by the odd goal. It's not one I'm looking forward to watching by any stretch of the imagination, but Palace should edge it. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. It's going to be I nearly went 0-0 in this game, to tell you the truth, but I just went for 1-0 last second. City against Chelsea, the big one of the weekend. I have gone for 2-1 to Man City.
2-1 City, I've gone for 1-0.
Yeah, I was thinking of 1-0 and I changed it to 2-1 to City. I just think that with that extra day's rest from the Champions League semi-final, I think City will just nick it. I think they'll have their tails up a bit as well, knowing that they can seal the title on that day. I think Chelsea will come into this a bit tired as well from that semi-final. So, I've just gone for City just to nick it.
Yeah, and a dress rehearsal for the Champions League final, isn't it?
Exactly.
It should be interesting. Chelsea, obviously, need the points to keep in the top four at the moment, because there's still a fight going on for that top four spot. As much as people think it might be wrapped up or whatnot, Chelsea are definitely in that fight, and they can't take the foot off their gas. They can't rest any players or anything. They're going to have to go strong, but their squad is so strong. Even if they do make a few changes, it doesn't make too much of a difference, their starting 11. But I just think they're two evenly matched teams. You saw in the FA Cup semi-final, Chelsea have the ability to beat them on their day, and I just think on this game, with both teams being at 100%, I think it'll be a draw.
All right, Liverpool against Southampton. What are you going for?
2-1 Liverpool.
Same as me.
Oh my God.
I've gone for 2-1 to Liverpool. I think that it won't be an easy game for Liverpool. I think they've drawn their last 2 games against sides that they really should have won. Southampton just got a draw against Leicester as well. So I think that it'll be a tightly contested game. I think Liverpool have been shocking at Anfield recently, so I think they will win, but just get over the line just by a 2-1 win.
Yeah, I think they'll definitely score Southampton. I think because they're a very attacking team, they definitely create a lot of chances. I'm not sure if Danny Ings is fit or not, but if he is, I can definitely envisage him getting on the score sheet. But I think Liverpool should have too much for them, and that'll be a big blow, because we need them to be dropping points in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least if we win, we need them to drop points against that Man United in that game in hand they have. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But
the more
points,
the more the merrier.
Yeah, exactly.
Wolves against Brighton. I have gone for 0-0.
0-0. I've gone 1-0.
1-0. I mean, I was looking at their past fixtures, and apparently they've had 3 0-0s in their last 5 or 6 games. Wolves and Brighton.
Oh, you're seeing right.
So I've just gone for a repeat of that. Neither team. I mean, Brighton. They could probably do with one more win to seal their safety, probably.
Yeah, they're looking safe. I think a point will probably do them.
Yeah,
they're in 14th at the moment.
Wolves have completely nothing to play for at all. Brighton, look, I think they're more or less safe anyway. I think it's going to be a ball draw, this one.
Yeah, I think they're wary enough, Brighton, not to go into this and take it easy. But I think they also know that they don't necessarily have to win. It's all about getting at least a point in this game to keep those points ticking over to safety. So they only need 2 more points until they're mathematically safe, really. So I think a draw on this one makes sense.
All right. Villa against United.
I'm going for 1-0 again in this one.
I've gone for 1-0 as well.
You've also gone for 1-0.
We've gone for so many of the similar scorelines. But, I think that United, their league campaign is pretty much done this season. They're probably going to be sealed in 2nd place. So there's no movement up or down for United probably for the remainder of the season. And similar with Villa. Their Premier League season's pretty much all but done as well. So
still, they're fine. They're fine to finish above Arsenal.
Yeah, fighting to finish above Arsenal. But, yeah, I think it's going to end up 1-1. I don't think it's going to be a great game for the neutral either.
Yeah, with Man United having a lot of games, don't they? In quick succession, 4 games in 8 days, unheard of apparently.
Yeah, exactly.
To
when Spurs had to go through it, no one mentions a word, and suddenly United have to go through it, and everyone's up in arms against it.
Unheard of. But Villa, although they had a very good win against Everton last time out, really impressive. I just don't think. I think they have enough to get a point, but I don't think they'll end up with all 3 points this time. And I think Man United, I can see them resting a few players because they've got a lot of big games coming up. And especially after going through to the Europa League final, top 4's already pretty much sealed. So, I can see them taking their foot off the gas a bit in this one and going for 1-0. But they want to maintain that unbeaten away record, don't they? So I don't think they'll lose.
Completely agree. West Ham, Everton. What are you going for?
West Ham, Everton. I've gone for 2-2.
I've gone for 2-2.
Oh, my God. So annoying.
I nearly did 3-2 to Everton, but I've gone for 2-2. I think it's like the common theme of West Ham and Everton games very much recently. Everton are much better away from home than they are at home. West Ham could get a win in this one, but I'm more hopeful that it's going to be 2-2.
Yeah, I think both teams are still fighting. Everton need the win to stay to keep pace with the top 6. They need all 3 points, but West Ham also need all 3 points.
If they have any ambitions of top 4, they need to win this
game. A draw is kind of not good for either team.
Yeah.
So I think I could see a lot of goals. That's why I can see a lot of goals in this game. I can see both teams really going for it because they both really need the points. But that's why I also kind of feel like a draw. I think both teams are going to leave this one disappointed, and I think it will be a draw.
All right. Arsenal against West Bromwich Albion.
3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal. Ooh, I've gone for 1-1.
1-1.
I've gone for 1-1. Arsenal, after last night against Villarreal, I really think their season is just going to peter out with a complete whimper now in the last 4 games. And, you know, their home form is absolutely shocking. I think they've won 2 of their last 9 home games, which is absolutely ridiculous for a team like Arsenal. So I've gone for 1-1. Big Sam just to nick a draw.
Yeah, I think if West Brom had more ambitions to stay up, I would back them to get a point. But I think because I think that the belief has sapped out of West Brom now. I don't think they believe that survival is an option anymore. And I think Arsenal will need a reaction to that going out of Villarreal, even if it's a minor reaction like beating a West Brom team. I think they'll get that, and I think they'll be too good for West Brom. So I've gone for them to win.
All right, and the last game of the weekend on Monday night will be Fulham against Burnley, and I have gone for 1-0 to Fulham.
1-0 Fulham. I've gone 1-1.
1-1.
1-1. I think Burnley will spoil any sort of chances Fulham had of staying up. I think Fulham might take a lead and then Burnley will claw it back, and I think Fulham will ultimately leave frustrated, and that should probably send them down. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think Fulham will just nick the win in this one. I think they'll try and set themselves up for a grandstand finish in the Premier League, but still, I don't think it'll be enough. I think even if Fulham win this game, I still think they're going to go down. So I think they'll give themselves a fighting chance this weekend to give themselves a fighting chance going into the remaining 3 games. But I do think Burnley will still do better than them for the remaining 3 games. Right. So that is it. That is our Premier League predictions. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree with our predictions, or if you disagree, let me know your predictions in the comment section below. Everyone, hashtag who you think is going to win this weekend. Hashtag Team Ben or Team Sim in the comment section below. That is our Premier League predictions. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.